Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Steve, it's so good to be here with you.
I'm happy to be here with you.
I'm pretty sure you know me, but for
What's your name again?
For the people in the back, I'm Becca Eisenberg. I'm a yacht marketing expert.
I'm Steve Doyle. I'm a yacht broker.
And I've been doing your marketing how long?
3 years now? 4 years?
Maybe more, and known you for longer, and I'm so happy to know you.
I'm happy to know you.
You're such a great guy.
Thank you.
And you're such a great yacht broker.
Yeah.
Tell me a little about you, about your business.
Okay, well, I've been a yacht broker for 30 years. I've owned 3 different companies, sold them all, made money. Currently, I sold the last one to a young entrepreneur in Miami Beach, and he's running the company now, and I'm still there as a broker.
And what's it called?
It's called Iconic Yachts.
Fantastic.
And he's taking, my forte for 30 years has been customer service, which a lot of brokers don't do. But I sell a boat to somebody, I make sure they get the right deal, make sure they get the right boat, and then I follow them through their entire ownership. AJ, who owns the company now, sees that as being the future. So we have created what's called the Family Office of Yachting. And that's the whole concept of what we're doing is we do financial analysis, we find the right boat for the right client so they don't buy something they're not going to use. We follow them through their entire ownership and do what it takes to make them have the yachting experience of a lifetime. And it's not just purchasing the yacht for the family. I have 2 yachts under construction right now, which are 4-year projects, and I visit them every 3 months to make sure that all of that is going properly. I guide the client through the design process, what works, what doesn't work. That's kind of what I do.
I want to hear about that, and I'm sure a lot of people do. So what is the process of
building
building a
a
new
yacht.
yacht, and what does the cost look like?
Well, it's expensive. Yachting is a very expensive experience. It's a boat I'm currently building is 66 meter, called a 66 meter Sportiva, built by the Palumbo Super Yachts out of Ancona, Italy.
And that's what we're on right now.
We're on a Columbus 42 meter, which was built by the Palumbo Yacht, Super Yacht, which we are in the process of designing a 33 meter right now and an 80 meter right now with the Palumbo Super Yachts. The 66 meter is for a client that I've had for 30 years, 25 years. This will be his 7th boat I've sold him. We started off, we've looked at several new builds over the years. He's young, he's ambitious, and he doesn't want to wait 4 years, but he finally saw the benefit of it. So we're about halfway through the build now. He's flying over next week to see it. It'll be his first time he's ever seen it. It'll launch in April of 2027, and it'll debut at the Monaco Yacht Show in 2027. And if I know this client well like I do, it'll go on the market just at the Monaco Yacht Show, and he's going to go for the next one because that's what he does. But when he's in Ancona next week to see his 66 meter, we're also showing him an 80 meter, and I think probably that's where we're going to end up going.
Okay, we got to know cost on these. Give us a range.
The 80 meter will cost $100 million. The 66 meter is considerably less expensive, but the 80 meter will be very expensive. A yacht, whether you buy a used yacht or you build a yacht, it's not about the cost to acquire it. Whichever way you do it, it's about the cost of ownership. People don't understand that, and a lot of people we talk to think it's like a Chevrolet, where when you come home from the grocery store, you put it in the driveway, you don't worry about it for 6 weeks or whatever. A yacht's not like that. A yacht, you have to have a full-time crew on it, dockage. So a 66 meter, the budget's going to be $5 million a year just to own it, and that's a fact of life in big boats. So there are incentives to do it other than just the fact that it's going to be an amazing adventure for his family. Again, I've known him for a long time. I knew his children. They were 3 and 4 years old. And when we get together still with the children who are now in their 30s, we still talk about seashell hunting in St. Bart's. And it's more than just owning a yacht. It's about a lifestyle and a family adventures. And when I grew up, my family had a home on a lake in New Hampshire. And to me, those are the best memories of my life, and that's what we try to create for families who buy yachts, is whether it be a 100-foot yacht or a 400-foot yacht, it's about the lifestyle. Yeah. Having done this for so long, we guide them through what we think. Of course they'll do what they want to do, but we try to guide them in the right direction. We hire and fire crew. There's a lot to it, but to me, and that's why I'm 71 years old, and that's why I haven't retired, because I love what I do.
First things first, I actually wanted to talk about are you still doing fractional ownership?
I never did fractional.
You never did?
Well, the reason being is because fractional ownership in Florida is illegal. Falls under timeshare. And timeshare, you have to have licenses and permits and all in Florida. Now, there are companies doing it in the Caribbean. I'm not aware that any of them is successful except one. There's one in Mexico. A gentleman owned an FBO with private jets, and he managed a dozen very wealthy clients' private jets, and they bought a couple yachts, and they're doing a shared ownership program with their clients, and it's very successful. But it's a select group of clients, and they're willing to bring on more. In fact, we're talking about building another boat for them for another group of clients because it's starting to rotate. But that's successful, but I've never heard of another one that has, it just doesn't work.
Got it.
Even if a client comes to me and they have 2 or 3 of their friends want to go partners, very difficult to do because everybody's tastes are different.
Sure.
They may like the chef, the other couple may not like the chef and where the boat is, and it's just, it's not great.
Okay. I was just thinking in terms of like, of course you're going to enjoy the yacht, but as an investment, some people charter, some people,
There are people out there, and I've done it. I just did one a week ago where we talked about yacht ownership. Yeah. I suggested they don't buy a yacht. We just do charters, and then after some...
A yacht broker who suggests not to buy a yacht. You've never heard it before, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. But you know what? To me, being honest and hardworking is the most important part of this industry. So it's not about making money. If you do the job right and you treat your clients with respect, you'll make money. A lot of brokers out there, unfortunately, their main goal is to make money and nothing else counts. And I'm not like that. I never was like that.
Right. I think it's like the journey versus the destination.
Exactly.
Destination, of course, you want to have a nice life and have a nice career, but if you're not inspired by the work you're doing, and that's why I love working with you, because you stay inspired and it's all about the relationships to you.
So about 80% of my clients right now that I'm dealing with on sales and charters are all repeat clients or referrals.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's...
I mean, you just said you sold, what, seventh boat you've sold to this guy who's building.
Yeah, and awesome. A perfect example is, like I mentioned, AJ bought the company. He lives in Miami Beach, and the way I work is that my client base is in that 50, 60, 70-year-old client from the Midwest. And great, if I get a 30-year-old from Miami Beach, I just give him to AJ. AJ's that 30-year-old from I can't relate to him as well as he can. Fair. And I'd rather the client be happy and dealing with the right person than me try to muddle through it and screw it up.
Very fair.